In a small, vibrant village nestled in the heart of West Africa, three young boys, Kofi, Malik, and Tendai, formed an unbreakable bond. Kofi, the youngest at 5, was a curious and energetic child with a natural sense of rhythm. Malik, 6, was the thoughtful one, always observing the world with wide, curious eyes. Tendai, the oldest at 7, was the leader of the trio, bold and adventurous, with a voice that could soothe even the angriest soul. Their days were filled with laughter, mischief, and music. They would gather under the ancient baobab tree at the edge of the village, where Kofi would drum on empty cans. Malik would hum melodies he heard in his dreams, and Tendai would sing stories of their ancestors. The villagers called them the Little Maestros, and their friendship was the talk of the town. But life had other plans. As the boys grew older, their families moved to different parts of the continent in search of better opportunities. Kofi's family settled in Ghana, Malik's in Senegal, and Tendai's in Zimbabwe. Though separated by distance, the memories of their childhood bond lingered in their hearts. Years passed, and the boys grew into men, each finding their calling in music. Kofi, now a master percussionist, became known for his ability to make the djembe drum speak with the voice of the earth. Malik, a gifted kora player, wove intricate melodies that told stories of love, loss, and hope. Tendai, with his powerful voice and charismatic stage presence, became a celebrated Afro soul singer, captivating audiences across the globe. Though they were successful, each man felt a void in their lives, a longing for the friendship that had once defined their childhood. They often wondered what had become of their old friends, but the demands of their careers kept them from reconnecting. One day, an invitation arrived in each of their inboxes. The Harmony Festival, a grand celebration of African music and culture, was to be held in Cape Town, South Africa. The festival aimed to bring together the continent's finest musicians for a night of unity and celebration. Kofi, Malik, and Tendai were all on the lineup. As they prepared for the festival, memories of their childhood flooded back. Kofi packed his favorite djembe, Malik polished his kora, and Tendai rehearsed his set list, each wondering if the others would be there. The day of the festival arrived, and the city of Cape Town buzzed with excitement. The venue was a sprawling open-air amphitheater with the majestic Table Mountain as its backdrop. Backstage, the air was thick with anticipation as musicians from across Africa mingled and shared stories. Kofi was tuning his djembe when he heard a familiar laugh. He turned around and saw Malik, his kora slung over his shoulder. For a moment, they just stared at each other, disbelief written on their faces. Then, with a shout of joy, they embraced, their laughter echoing through the backstage area. As they caught up, Tendai walked in, his deep voice humming a tune. When he saw his old friends, he froze, then broke into a wide grin. "Is this real?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. The trio hugged tightly, tears streaming down their faces. The years melted away, and they were once again the little maestros under the baobab tree. The festival was in full swing, and the crowd was electrified by the performances. When it was time for Kofi, Malik, and Tendai to take the stage, the announcer introduced them as individual artists. But as they walked out together, the audience sensed something special was about to happen. Kofi sat behind his djembe, Malik cradled his kora, and Tendai stood at the microphone. They exchanged a glance, and without a word, they began to play. Kofi's drumming set the rhythm, Malik's kora wove a haunting melody, and Tendai's voice soared above it all, singing a song of reunion, love, and the enduring power of friendship. The crowd was spellbound. People danced, cried, and cheered as the music transported them to a place of pure joy. The trio's chemistry was undeniable, their bond stronger than ever. After their performance, The three friends sat backstage, basking in the glow of their reunion. They laughed about their childhood antics, shared stories of their journeys, and made plans to collaborate on a new project. The festival organizers, moved by their performance, offered them a headline spot at next year's event. As the night drew to a close, Kofi, Malik, and Tendai stood together, looking out at the city lights. "We've come a long way," Tendai said, his voice filled with pride. "But no matter where life takes us, we'll always have this moment." Kofi grinned. "And the rhythm that brought us back together." Malik nodded, his eyes shining. "To friendship, music, and the stories we'll tell." The Harmony Festival became an annual tradition, and the trio's performance that night became the stuff of legend. They went on to create music that touched hearts across the world, but their greatest masterpiece was the friendship that had stood the test of time. And so, under the African sky, the rhythm of reunion echoed, a reminder that no matter how far apart life may take us, the bonds of friendship and the power of music can always bring us back together.